All right, well, the president is ready to sign the credit card crackdown bill. It is going to help some cardholders, but a lot of folks think potentially the wrong ones. Republican Congressman Brian Bilbray voted for this. Congressman, the fear is this, I hear from a lot of folks, and maybe you can correct their worries, that people who pay their balances in full each month and try to do the right thing, well, they're all of a sudden going to start paying dearly for that, pay annual fees and the like, maybe potentially see those credit lines cut by banks that would still be free to do so while we bail out those who are essentially deadbeats. Is that true?
No, I don't think it's true, but it is a legitimate concern, Neil, and I think it's one that we ought to look at. But we also ought to look at the fact that, you know, there's a lot of people out there getting access to credit cards, and basically the way the arrangement works is sort of hook them up quick and run the numbers up. So there's abuse out there, and we just got to understand that we got to try to strike a balance. And a 45-day contract is not really asking that much, and to go over and tell kids in college or in school, we're going to give you 3 or 4 and don't worry about it. I don't think it's a time we teach our young that the secret of success and happiness is running up a big debt.
Well, that's a fair argument, Conor, but here's what worries me, that we also are doing everything we can to help out those who got in knee-deep in this stuff. Now, maybe some for very legitimate reasons, others for not so legitimate reasons, and those dutifully paying their bills and not going in over their head and not spending more than they make and not becoming crazy shopaholics, they're footing the bill.
No, well, I see this as a prevention. I don't think it's going to save those who have already got themselves deep in there, but it does just basically sends the message that the days of getting easy credit cards real fast by anybody are over with.
Well, apparently so too are the days where you could carry no balance and pay your bill in full and then all of a sudden now have to pay for being good, right?
Well, I think that hopefully we'll see that the way this thing balances out is, and I think that's the challenge, is that we've got to make sure that we don't just think we've done this bill and walk away from it, because there is this issue of holding those accountable who abuse the system, and that's not just the business. Problem in D.C., they blame the business all the time, but it's also not always the consumer or the fact that the business needs to be counting to 10 before they take people on and watch them run up the numbers and then sit there and say that somehow there's no problem on that. I think both sides are really at fault here. And frankly, I've voted against a lot of these proposals. This is one. Credit card debt is not one of those things that I think the future of America ought to be built on.
Congressman, we'll watch it closely. Thank you.
Thank you very much.